Good evening and welcome to the Fieldhouse in Ringe, New Hampshire for women's volleyball as the Franklin Pierce Ravens take on the American International College Yellow Jackets. I'm Colin Struckman, joined alongside Joshua Lebrecht for tonight's matchup. Josh, let's first take a look at this Ravens team. Who do you think we should keep an eye out for tonight?
I mean, really the one that I've been looking at, and the one that's been really consistent the past few games, has got to be Hannah Hillis. I mean, she's really all over the court. She's been fantastic. She has the kills, she has the saves, she has the digs, the sets, and everything. She's really a player, and keep in mind that she's just a freshman, and she is a player. If Franklin Pierce wants to have success, you need to get the ball to her, and she's just been absolutely phenomenal all year long.
She certainly has 14 digs in that game against Bridgeport, and on the season, 137 kills and 167 digs. Impressive for a freshman. And we are underway here at the Fieldhouse. Franklin Pierce trying to snap their 3-game losing streak, while AIC is on a 10-game win streak. They are red hot. Hillis goes in for the kill. Ravens going to need to give it their all tonight. AIC, one of the top teams in the conference. Ball kept alive after it hits the net. Played by Robles. Tapped over by Dolan. That's going to be just out of play, and AIC will get the first point of the night. They lead 1-0.
And I know that it's the first play of the game, but the amount of focus that I saw by AIC just on that first play overall, the focus and intensity of this team is phenomenal. And if Franklin Pierce really wants to have a chance in this against this very tough team that, of course, is 17-6 overall, they really got to pay attention to this ball placement that they have today.
They certainly do. AIC 4-2 in the NE10, tied for 4th place in the conference with Assumption. That ball is going to be in play. Kill from the left side there for the Yellow Jackets. They're off to a great start early on.
And I know we were talking a little bit about this pregame, but they actually have 4 players on AIC that has over 100 kills each. And that's absolutely insane. With Franklin Pierce, they have 4 of their own, but to have 6 is just insane.
This is a talented team, a lot of depth for the Yellow Jackets. Great diving play there by Schmutzler. Makes another play on the ball, and that's kept alive by Brandt, or Lloyd rather.
Oh, good block there.
Hillis from the left side, played there by Rodriguez. And that's over the outstretched arms of Sierra Dolan of Franklin Pierce. And the Ravens are struggling early, down 3-0.
And it's something that AIC that I've noticed is that the way that they spread the ball around to their team and how they hit it in the perfect spots where Franklin Pierce isn't anywhere near. And Franklin Pierce really needs to correct that really quick.
That serve is just out of play, and the Ravens catch a break after the service error there by Eckert Rivera of AIC. Hillis to serve here for Franklin Pierce. They trail by 2. Nice play at the net by Eckert Rivera. And a nice play there by Brittany Lloyd of Franklin Pierce. Deflected out of play by AIC, and the Ravens clawing back in now, only down by 1. Hillis will serve again. And that'll be hit into the net, an attack error there by Soto Burgos of AIC.
And going back to that block on Lloyd, it's just, we haven't seen her quite often this year. So for her starting, it's just a big opportunity to show what kind of skill she has against this really tough AIC team.
As you mentioned, a much different starting lineup here for Franklin Pierce tonight. You see Avery Thoreau and Brittany Lloyd thrust into the starting lineup, and the Ravens score another point. They have won 4 straight points here and have taken the 4-3 lead after a slow start there, clawing back into it, and now have the lead.
And that's a great block there by Sierra Dolan, being able to stay right up front. Fantastic play by her. And as you were saying before, I was a little shocked pregame that they didn't have Brandt or Gunhart start there, and as Franklin Pierce takes that point there.
The great duo of Dolan and Robles at the net for Franklin Pierce gets the point.
And we'll have to see, like we've seen a couple of games ago, if they can create that forceful wall up front.
Dolan, 49 total blocks on the season. Robles has 26 block assists, but the Yellow Jackets find a seam in the middle of the court and exploit that for the point.
And that's something that we've kind of seen over the past couple of games is that Franklin Pierce, they struggle in the middle. They leave a lot of those kills open right in the middle and just can't save the point there.
We've seen that plenty of times this season against Bentley and Stonehill at home. Lloyd coming in from the left side aggressively. Tipped to the net by Dolan. And the Ravens get the point. Great play at the net by Dolan.
Good play by her, and the momentum shift back into Franklin Pierce's favor here. And if they can keep it, man, they can take this one. Oh.
Dolan with the serve for the Ravens. Robles going in for the kill from the right side, but kept alive. Nice play at the net, but it seems like she ran into the net. Rodriguez touches the net on the play. That'll give Franklin Pierce the point. They lead by 3.
Good play by Pierce, and, you know, a little stat here for AIC is that in they've only lost 4 sets in their last 10 games, like we were talking about pregame. So if Franklin Pierce here can win this first set and put AIC on their toes, I mean, really, it's huge for Franklin Pierce here.
Service error by the Ravens gives AIC the serve. But as you mentioned, Franklin Pierce, the issue hasn't been winning the first few sets. They've done that. They won the first 2 against Stonehill, but lost the last 3. So they've struggled finishing games and executing. So that'll be critical tonight if they want to get a victory. What would be an upset victory, especially in this tight conference?
Absolutely, and like I said before, AIC with a 17-6 record with a 4-2 conference record, and Franklin Pierce is 500 on the season with a 2-3 conference record. You know, it's really going to be a statement if Franklin Pierce can come out with the victory here today, and if AIC comes out with the victory, they just stay dominant.
It's been quite the battle here in the first set. 8-6, the Ravens lead. Kelly with the serve for the Yellow Jackets, played by Hillis. Lloyd rising above. Tipped over. Schmutzler dives for the ball but can't get it. And again, AIC finds a hole and takes advantage.
And we've seen that against Bentley, against Stonehill, those easy tip overs. We've seen them by both teams. Those easy tip overs that teams struggle with.
Janae Kelly again with the serve for AIC. That's played over by Brandt. Lloyd goes to the kill. She gets denied. Great sequence at the net. It's somehow kept alive by the Ravens. Stuffed at the net there by Ingrid Lindstrom. Free ball there by Robles. Diving effort by Hannah Hillis to keep it alive. Great sequence here for both teams. Hillis makes another play on the ball. Lloyd going for the kill, and she gets it off a deflection, it looked like, from Kelly.
That was a fantastic play there for Franklin Pierce, as right at the beginning they looked like they had a little trouble with Hernandez for AIC with a fantastic block in the middle of that, which ultimately could have led to a point, but Franklin Pierce not being phased, staying poised, and taking that point there.
The Ravens definitely going to need to keep their composure tonight. That'll be hit out of play by Morgan Schmutzler, the libero for the Ravens. Their lead cut down to 1. So we'll see Ulrika Blomgren serving for AIC, the freshman from Sweden.
And of course, I was just talking about Hernandez before. She needs her team in blocks, so going to be hard to stop her.
Lindstrom goes for the kill, and it looked like there was a deflection as we get word from the official. And the Ravens score, and we'll have the serve yet again. It'll be Schmutzler serving. And this different lineup seeming to pay dividends early on. Little mix-up could be helpful for this Ravens team.
Could be exactly what the Ravens need to show off in this game. And maybe AIC was looking at some tape and saw that their lineup that they usually don't change, but to mix it up this game has really put them on their heels.
Certainly very different to not see Tessa Brandt or Kennedy Garnhart in the starting lineup. Hillis goes in for the kill. That's kept alive. An amazing play there by AIC to keep the play alive.
That was Riviera with the save, number 1. Fantastic play by her.
This AIC team does not give up points easily. And they'll get the point here to tie things up here at 10 apiece. Look like a few too many hits for the Ravens. We'll see Amanda Rodriguez, the junior libero, serving for AIC. Hillis tries to tap it over. Dolan goes for the kill and is able to push it over and get the point for the Ravens. Nice setup there by Hillis, and Dolan cashes in. Ravens taking back the lead as Brandt serves. And a nice tap over there again by the Yellow Jackets. And back and forth we go.
It's that spot in the middle that we've talked about consistently. They just really have a hard time staying in that middle pocket and preventing those easy kills from happening.
So we're tied up now at 11 apiece. AIC with the serve. It'll be Eckert Rivera. Nice play by Hillis on the sideline, then pushed over by Schmutzler. And Brandt couldn't do much about that one. Hits her at rapid pace, and she hits out of play.
And that's just unfortunate for her. You saw the smile on her face. She knows she made a mistake right there. I don't see her making the same mistake going forward. Because she's one of those players on this team that has stayed consistent over the years and very vital part of this Ravens team.
She definitely one of the key leaders. But AIC strikes again. They now lead by 2. Off the block.
That was Martinez and Burgos up front. Great play by them.
This Yellow Jackets team definitely very fundamentally strong. We've seen that early on. Very few mistakes from this team. So the Ravens are going to have to be near perfect to win this game tonight. And they struggle yet again with that hole in the middle as Lloyd couldn't get up to it.
And here's the thing. With that play, Dolan was looking for an easy tip over and all the players coming up front there to try to save a spike. And all they had to do with AIC was to just throw it over in the middle once again, and that's an easy point for them.
So we'll take a timeout here as Franklin Pierce struggling early on. They trail 14-11. And this game seems like it has a lot of implications. The Ravens don't want to be on a 4-game losing streak. They're in the bottom 5 of the conference right now, so that would definitely not help their playoff chances. Well, AIC trying to stay toward the top. They're tied for 4th right now. They're in the mix for that top spot. Certainly can continue that win streak and get even higher in the standings. But still, going to have to finish this game against a pesky Ravens team who fought with Stonehill recently, but unfortunately could not finish that game out as they dropped the last 3 sets. But what do you think we should see here from this Ravens team to try and regroup?
I mean, really, what the Ravens got to do is they got to go back and think about those games and how they stay consistent in those first 2 sets. You know, this is a very tough AIC team that you want to knock off. They haven't seemed like they really have missed a beat since the beginning of this game, and they really have to not make those easy mistakes if they want to come out on top here tonight.
We've definitely seen glimpses of greatness for this Ravens team, but they just have not been able to execute. They've been kind of streaky all year, haven't found a lot of consistency. Robles going in for the kill, and that's kept alive by Hillis, but hit out of play after she tries to make a dig on the ball.
That was number 3, Martinez, and she really has the height on that team to get that easy block there, and that's something that you just cannot have if you're the Ravens.
Ravens defense hasn't been that sharp early on. Let's see if they can fix that. Robles trying to get the kill, and she gets it off a deflection on the left side. And if the Ravens are going to claw back in this game, Mariah Robles is definitely someone who needs to step up even more for this team.
Yeah, she's been kind of quiet this game so far, and we'll have to see if she can step up.
Hillis serving there for Franklin Pierce. Great diving dig there by Morgan Schmutzler. And it seemed like a double hit there by AIC.
Oh, I'm not sure if I exactly agree with that call right there. Not sure, but nonetheless, point for the Ravens.
Their head coach, Matthew Griven, a little upset with the call. Ravens now trailing by 2. Kept alive there by Hillis. Lloyd rising above.
I think that might have been an extra hit there for the Ravens. Unfortunate for them.
And that'll be the case as AIC grabs another point, stretching their lead to 3.
And someone that I've seen, like I said at the beginning of the game, Hannah Hillis has had quite a few saves this game so far. And if the Ravens want to win, she's really someone that's got to stay consistent this entire game.
Sarah Rosa with the serve there for the Yellow Jackets. Lloyd goes in for the kill from the left side, but played by the Yellow Jackets. Schmutzler dives, but hits it out of play. And AIC gaining a little ground now.
Let me tell you something right now. The defensive front for AIC has been fantastic in this game so far. They now have their biggest lead of the game, I believe. But their front has been nothing short of fantastic. That's Martinez, Burgos, and Bloomgren up front for the AIC. That was a nice little fake jump right there, and Ravens were caught a little bit off guard. Point there for AIC, and they have a few tricks up their sleeve that I've seen this game so far.
They've definitely caught the Ravens off guard in the early going here. And their defense has been great, as you mentioned, but they also have 12 kills on the night, so their offense has been plentiful thus far. Let's see if they can keep it going, as they have the 5-point advantage over Franklin Pierce, and the Ravens are in desperate need of a little comeback here.
Desperate need indeed. Probably sweating a little bit, but nonetheless, we've seen the Ravens claw back being down several points, so we'll have to see what happens here.
Definitely within the realm of capability. Let's see if they can mount a little comeback. And that ball is going to be in play, and the Ravens will get the point. Just caught the line for Franklin Pierce, and we'll see Sierra Dolan serve, who has played exceptionally well as of late, one of the rising stars on this team.
And again, there's that middle crease there. Trying to get up there was Hillis, but something that Franklin Pierce, I say they don't win this set, I feel like that's something that we'll definitely be talking about going into the second one.
They've gotten burned on that several times, something they definitely need to fix if they want to have a chance at winning this game. They're in danger of being down 1-0. They don't figure things out quickly. Lloyd rising above, but she hits it into the net. That'll be an attack error for the junior, Brittany Lloyd. And the Ravens in need of another timeout, down 20-14, and they have not looked sharp in this first set.
No, they've really struggled here, and I've seen AIC, like I stated before, they have a couple trick plays here and there with the fake jump up, and then somebody else knocks it over, the easy tip overs, taking advantage of that middle part there, and Franklin Pierce just not being able to fix that. Maybe this timeout they'll be talking about it and hopefully the head coach Stephanie Dragon will hopefully tell her team, we have to stay consistent. We have to play the middle, and we have to play tough. We have to have our defensive front up front stay consistent, and we have to make those easy saves and try to get those easy kills and try to win out this first set.
Their defense this year has been really solid at the net when you have players like Robles and Dolan and Lindstrom who have been exceptional at the net. But then past that front, the middle is seemingly wide open a lot of the time, and teams have exploited that. We've seen Bentley and Stonehill, as we mentioned before, and AIC seeing that early and doing that several times in the first set. Gugliera Martinez serving for AIC. The Ravens trailing by 6 as they come back after the timeout. Played there by Schmutzler. And a little fake out. I think Brandt and Lindstrom had a little miscommunication as they're trying to go for the kill.
What a fantastic play that was by AIC. Just to get right there, and man, what a great block play right there. Unfortunate miscommunication there, but of course AIC, anytime they see that, will take full advantage of it.
think there was a little miscommunication, but they almost faked them out at the net, too, to get the point. As they now have a 7-point advantage in the first set, but that'll be denied at the net. Robles, who's been solid at the net defensively.
Had a little strut right there, and I think she deserved to do that because that was a fantastic block by her. And like we said, we haven't really talked about her much tonight here in the first set, but she's always a player to watch for Pierce.
She definitely is, as she denies Blomgren at the net. She now serves from the right side. Ravens haven't served a ton in this first set compared to AIC. Here's Brittany Lloyd. She gets denied at the net yet again.
That was Hernandez and Burgos once again. Those the dynamic duo there for AIC all night. And, man, Franklin Pierce has really got to fix their play here.
Definitely struggling in the first set, trailing by 7. Kelly with the serve. And that's going to be out of play, so it'll be a service error for AIC.
And here's the thing for Pierce. They're a very talented team all around. And they can come back at any point. Say they lose this first set. They won't be knocked on their heels and say the game is over. They'll come back and try to win out the rest of the sets. And like I said before, they've had easy mistakes like that, but they have the talent to win these sets.
An unforced error gives AIC the point. And if the Ravens do want to have a chance at winning this game, cleaning up those unforced errors, definitely going to be a key to potentially creating an upset tonight, but would definitely take a lot of work. Looks like that ball was hit out of play there by Lindstrom at the net. And we have set point here for the first set. AIC having the 24-16 lead over Franklin Pierce.
Here's the thing, in the first set, really seeing at the beginning that Franklin Pierce was toe-to-toe there with AIC, but AIC being able to completely take over this first set and could see if they win this one here.
It's not over yet as Ingrid Lindstrom gets the kill from the right side. Much needed offense there for the Ravens as they get a little spark toward the end of this first set. Schmutzler with the serve. And a nice tap in there at the net by Sierra Dolan. The Ravens slowly starting to climb back into this one. Still trailing by 6, but playing a lot better.
And that's
these last
the
few
thing for
points.
any team. You can have those easy tip overs, and you know teams get very frustrated with those ones.
Hillis coming in from the left side. Kept alive. And another great tap over there by the Yellow Jackets. This time by Hernandez, and that'll do it for the first set. AIC winning 25-18. And it was close, but they just seemed like the much better team in that first set.
Yeah, really. Like I said before, they have great talent. Both teams have great talent on both sides, but AIC really has been pulling out all the shots that they have here. Now Franklin Pierce has seen what they can do. They've seen how they play. They know that they like to take care of the middle. They know they like the easy tip overs. Now we got to see if Franklin Pierce can come back into this game, fix their mistakes, and end up taking the second set.
The Ravens in desperate need of a win tonight. I mean, they're trying to get over that 500 mark here in the conference. They've really struggled in conference play. 2-3 on the year in the NE10, 8-8 overall on the season. They've been just up and down all year, haven't been consistently great, unlike this AIC team who has been solid from the jump. So a win tonight would really help in turning things around, but it's definitely going to be a difficult task because this AIC team is very solid. We saw it in the first set, and it looks like they're going to be solid again. But Franklin Pierce going to need to shore up defensively if they want to win this second set.
Yeah, that's something that we haven't really seen, that Stonewall front that we're used to seeing too much. We saw it a few times here, but the Stonewall front has really been on the other side. It's been Martinez and Burgos up front, as well as Rosa. So, I mean, really, those three have, not Rosa, that's Hernandez. But those three have really played great for AIC, really. And if Franklin Pierce really has to find a way to get the ball over their heads, to get it in places that AIC making mistakes, not being there, because that's something that AIC has been doing consistently to Franklin Pierce, is that they're taking advantage of those wide open spots. And Franklin Pierce has really got to clean up their play here if they want to take this second set.
They certainly will have to. And you mentioned Hernandez. She's been very solid tonight on the season. Heading into this game, she had 63 blocks on the year. So she's one of their top players defensively. And we can talk about how Franklin Pierce has struggled, but at the same time, the AIC has played exceptionally well, haven't made a lot of mistakes. That was a very clean set for them. And this team, they're almost better on the road. They're 7-2 in away games this season. They're a tough team to beat when they're on the road. It seems like they thrive in different environments. And not a large crowd tonight, but still some fans that are passionate. Still different from their home court, but still impressive for this team to be 7-2 on the road and looking to be 8-2 here tonight against Franklin Pierce as we get set for the second set here in Ringe. Franklin Pierce losing that first set by a score of 25-18. If you're a Ravens fan, you're hoping the goal song for the men's and women's soccer teams is going to help spark something here in the second set.
And that's the thing for Pierce teams. I've mentioned this on many broadcasts before, but the fans that come out and show support, the teams, all the teams here at Pierce thrive from the fans' passion that they have. And like you stated for AIC before, it really doesn't seem to faze them being 7-2 on the road.
Kennedy Garnhart serving here for Franklin Pierce. Someone we usually see in the starting lineup but did not tonight. So we saw a little mix-up. Nice diving play there by Kelly of the AIC. Schmutzler with a diving effort on the ball, but Garnhart couldn't get to it in time, and AIC strikes first here in the second set. Eckert Rivera serving now for the Yellow Jackets. And that ball is going to be just out of play. It seemed like it caught the line, but not just quite.
That's an easy mistake for Pierce that you just absolutely cannot make against this tough AIC team because they're going to take advantage of those at any point.
Like we said earlier, Franklin Pierce needing to be near perfect against this team because they'll take advantage of any mistake. So we saw several times in that first set, and AIC is rolling again. They are off to a 3-0 start here in the second set.
And really, if you're Franklin Pierce here, you really got to watch out because if AIC can continue to play like this, they could pull ahead by a ton of points.
Eckert Rivera serving again for the Yellow Jackets. And that ball is going to be out of play. Hit there by Soto Burgos of AIC, and Franklin Pierce grabs their first point of the second set. Tessa Brandt serving from the right side. And they get the point right off the serve. Caught the libero Rodriguez off guard, and Franklin Pierce getting a much-needed break.
Much-needed break, good point there, and an unusual mistake there by AIC, and another mistake there by Brandt with that serve, which we've seen a couple times this season where she goes for a serve and has trouble with that, but we'll have to see if she can clean that up later on.
Brandt gets the service error, though, make it 4-2 Yellow Jackets. Sarah Rosa serving for AIC. Schmutzler with the dig to keep it alive, but that travels out of play, misses the line.
And the thing is something that I've actually noticed is like Franklin Pierce is really poised here. They have some fire in them, but the thing is with AIC is that they're very calm. They're very collected here, while Franklin Pierce is starting to sweat a little bit.
And the Ravens get a little break. Sarah Rosa's serve goes out of bounds. It'll be a service error for her on the night. And Franklin Pierce now down by 2, having the serve, needing to serve consistently here. And they can't do that as Dolan hits it into the net. And they give the serve right back to AIC. Dolan subs out for Schmutzler for the Ravens. with the serving being a little bit of an issue here in the second set for the Ravens.
And that's something you absolutely cannot do. That's the fundamental of the game, is that you have to have good serves to start the play, and just can't have those easy mistakes for Pierce.
Hillis rising above that left side, going in for the kill. And Franklin Pierce going to grab the point here. Robles will serve from the right side, trailing by 2.
Oh, that was almost a great fake there by AIC, but Franklin Pierce being able to save it there.
Hillis trying to tap it over. Nice block at the net by Hillis, the freshman. Robles goes in for the kill very powerfully from the back row. Blocked at the net by Lindstrom. Diving play there by Schmutzler, who leads the team in digs as the libero. Another great block at the net by Lindstrom, but Hillis can't keep it alive off the deflection. Great rally there by AIC coming out on top.
Great rally by both teams right there, but if you play that long, you know AIC is going to take advantage of that play, and they're going to take the easy score.
Kelly serving for AIC. And that will be an ace for Janae Kelly, the sophomore. Maybe a little miscommunication there between Brandt and Hillis. They watch it travel. Maybe they thought it was going out of bounds. This time it does. Kelly will get a service error after her ace. Ravens will have the serve now, so we'll see Hannah Hillis serve. Ravens trailing by 3. Keeping it close in the second set, not playing their best that they can, but still in this one.
Oh, what a block right there by Bloomgren. Wow, Franklin Pierce was not expecting that play right there at all, and fantastic play by her.
A lot of deception at the net from AIC that has caused a lot of trouble for Franklin Pierce tonight. Blumgren with the serve. That'll be hit out of play, and AIC is off and running. They lead by 5, but it seems like they lead by 10. They've dominated yet again here in the second set.
Really have, and the last set, Franklin Pierce was able to stay in it towards the beginning, but as soon as AIC pulled away, they really couldn't catch up, and AIC is starting to pull away here again in the second set.
Lindstrom trying to find a hole in the middle. Diving play by
wow, what
Schmutzler.
A play.
And then Hillis makes the one-handed play.
And that's why she's one of the playmakers on this team.
And that'll be out of play by AIC, and the Ravens get a much-needed point. Schmutzler and Hillis providing some great defense on that last
I just want to go
sequence.
back to that Hillis save right there. That was one of the best saves that I think I've seen all year calling these games. And like I said at the beginning of the game, she's one of those players you really need to watch if you play against Franklin Pierce.
Franklin Pierce now getting a little bit of the momentum. They only trail by 3. Scoring the last 2 points. Kept alive there by Tessa Brandt. Denied at the net. Combined effort there.
Block there by Dolan.
Ward and Dolan with a big play at the net, and then helps the Ravens grab the point. And all of a sudden, the Ravens starting to click a little bit here.
Slowly but surely, the Ravens are starting to fight back into this game off some errors by AIC, but we want to make sure that Franklin Pierce plays their own game too.
And off the serve by Schmutzler that was hit out of play by the libero, Amanda Rodriguez of AIC. And now the Ravens only trail by 1. It's 10-9. Schmutzler again serving. Schmutzler with another great dig that goes off the roof Ravens get a fortunate bounce. Stuffed at the net by Maddie Ward. And the refs, the officials are pausing play. AIC is going to get the point.
Not exactly sure what that call was there. Maybe went over the net. I'm not sure, but either way, point there for AIC. Trying to get the momentum to shift back into their favor because it's been nothing but Pierce those last couple kills.
Franklin Pierce was on a 4-0 run, but AIC stops the run and grabs the 2-point lead. Stuffed at the net there and rolls onto the announcer's table as Joshua makes a nice play with a beautiful catch.
Great catch by me on the sideline over here. The announcer's getting a little bit of action in this game.
Certainly. Sierra Dolan, just no remorse with the block, took a funky bounce. Now the Ravens down by 1 yet again. Oh, nice tap over, but Schmutzler denies the chance. And that'll be out of play. And we are tied up at 11 apiece.
And here we go. We'll have to see if the Ravens can take full advantage of this tie here against AIC. Going to be tough. We'll have to see if they can pull this one off.
Surprising no timeout from AIC. They have not looked sharp lately. But their head coach having a lot of faith in them. Nice diving play there by Kennedy Garnhart as Hillis sends it over. Stuffed at the net there by Sierra Dolan with Tessa Brandt helping out. And the Ravens watch it travel out of play. And all of a sudden, Franklin Pierce has the lead. They lead 12-11, and here is the timeout. AIC in a little bit of trouble now as Franklin Pierce has woken up.
Really has, and all momentum has really shifted back into their favor here. And if you're Pierce, you want to keep all momentum, especially against this tough team against AIC. 17-6, of course, we've stated many times before, and going to have to see if Franklin Pierce can honestly keep that momentum.
And something that really stood out over those last few points, the play of Morgan Schmutzler, the libero for the Ravens. She had 18 digs in that last game against New Haven on Saturday, who's at the top of the conference. But she made some incredible plays, some one-handed plays to keep some balls alive.
Yeah, it really has been phenomenal, and we'll have to see if they can stay consistent.
Hannah Hillis as well made that one-handed play to keep it alive from behind. An incredible
Absolutely.
effort.
Oh, yeah, fantastic effort by her, and I feel like that's like the play of the game there for Franklin Pierce. And again, she's one of those players that really has done a lot of saving this year for this team, and glad she's been able to stay healthy all season. We'll have to see how they come out in this second set, leading by 1.
Sierra Dolan also making a momentum-changing play with that beautiful block at the net, helping this team climb back into this game. They were down 10-5 at one point, but now lead 12-11. They've gone on a 7-1 run. But AIC regrouping after the timeout. They grab a point with a kill from the left side and tie things up at 12. We'll get a sub here for the Yellow Jackets as Williams comes in for Kelly. Eckert Rivera now serving for AIC. So we're now in the midst of a back-and-forth battle in the second set. AIC trying to go up 2-0. Well, the Ravens will try to tie things up, and AIC goes ahead there with a kill, finding an open seam.
And you saw that fake spike there in the middle, hit all the way over to the left side towards the stands here, and that's one of those tricks that AIC really has up their sleeve that Pierce really has to pay attention for now that they've seen it a few times in this game.
Eckert Rivera with the serve yet again. Tessa Brandt going in for the kill from the right side, trying to put it in that back corner, but misses the mark. And the Ravens have dropped the first 2 points after the AIC timeout. And we'll see Eckert Rivera serve yet again for the Yellow Jackets. Free ball there for AIC. And that point is hammered home by Amber Williams, the freshman. Nothing was stopping her. It seemed like nothing was stopping her from getting that kill from the right side. No defensive effort. She just hammered that point home, and AIC is rolling.
It really seems like all the momentum is back into AIC's favor, and we've seen this a few times. Going into timeouts, we've seen teams' momentum shift on both sides, and we've seen it with Pierce coming out of timeouts and completely taking over a set, and we'll have to see if they can come back into this game only down by 3 kills, which isn't much at all. They can always come back, and we'll have to see if they do just that, and it's going to be tough against this AIC team that has all that momentum going for them right now, and we'll have to see what happens here.
It certainly is, and you mentioned that those momentum swings after timeouts, we've seen that all year, and we just saw one right before our eyes, AIC calling the timeout down 12-11, and all of a sudden they string 4 points together, going a mini 4-0 run, and they have the 15-12 lead, and Franklin Pierce calls a timeout to try and regroup for themselves. So we'll see what they can do after the timeout here, trailing by 3. AIC will have the serve. It'll be Eckert Rivera, who's been serving for quite some time. Franklin Pierce in desperate need of getting the serve back. And the Ravens get a much-needed point, trailing by 2. Robles gets the kill. Definitely not something new we've seen this season. She's been one of the key factors on offense for this team.
Just off the left hand there, Brandt. Unfortunate for her. And she's had a few unusual mistakes in this game. Maybe a little bit of an off game for her, but she's one of those players that really is consistent here for the Ravens, game in and game out.
Sort of rare to see any errors from her. She's been nearly perfect this season for this team. But would not be surprised to see her make an impact on tonight's game as Sierra Dolan goes for the kill but hits it into the net. That'll be an attack error for her.
Here's the thing that we've seen, that we saw it in the first set, is that AIC is slowly but surely starting to pull away here. And if you're Franklin Pierce, you got to try to somehow get momentum back into your favor.
Sarah Rosa with the serve there for AIC. Hillis goes for the kill, and that's hit out of the play by Sarah Rosa of AIC. She makes the one-handed effort on the ball. The Ravens need that offensive spark from those players like Brandt, like Hillis, like Robles. Hillis getting in on the action. Ravens get back on the board as Danielle Schultz serves for Franklin Pierce. And again, finding that hole in the middle of the court, and the Yellow Jackets take advantage.
I'm not sure why Franklin Pierce is... They're still struggling with that middle part right there, and they have to figure that out.
Lindstrom going in for the kill as she fires it. The ball goes off the roof, taking an awkward bounce.
Oh, miscommunication there, but that was a good save. Looked like it was supposed to go to Hillis there.
Schmutzler with a great save on that last sequence. Tapped around the net and then played over by Garnhart, taking some weird bounces off the net, but that'll be hit out of play by Morgan Schmutzler, the libero. And the Ravens is seeming a little rattled right now.
Yeah, seeming a little rattled. Need to calm down a little bit here, and starting to sweat. Once at AIC, and we saw this in the first set, Franklin Pierce starts to sweat a little bit, make those easy mistakes, and you can't do that. You have to try to stay as calm and poised as you can.
Guliera Martinez serving for AIC. Robles goes in for the kill, and that's hit out of bounds by Eckert Rivera. So again, Mariah Robles providing that much-needed spark for this Ravens offense.
We'll really have to see if that was the spark to get Franklin Pierce back into the second set here, because if you go down 2-0, you have to win 3 straight.
Robles serving for the Ravens. Diving play there by Brandt to keep it alive. And that ball, waiting call here from the officials, and it goes out of bounds. Sarah Rosa is upset with the call.
I gotta agree with AIC there. It looked like the ball was in bounds, but just a miss there for the refs. But Franklin Pierce will definitely take advantage of those calls.
Very close call, and the Ravens will get the benefit of the doubt. And that takes a deflection in favor of AIC. They grab the point after a controversial call on that line. Janae Kelly now serving for the Yellow Jackets as they have the 4-point lead. And right now is the point where AIC gets stronger, it seems like, and they always close in on their sets.
Almost hit up there to that basketball rim that we've seen a few times this season. What a save there by Hillis.
Hillis has been so strong defensively for this team tonight. Awkward bounce.
Oh.
Schmutzler saves the day and gets it over. Franklin Pierce trying to tighten up that defense, and Hannah Hillis.
That was the effort there by Schmutzler and Hillis. Those two, fantastic double save there, and Hillis with the finish. Fantastic play by those two right there. Only down by 3 now, and maybe that was a momentum shift that Franklin Pierce needed here in the second set.
Hillis with the serve after she punished the ball and got the kill, and the Ravens get another much-needed point, an attack error for the Yellow Jackets. They only trail by 2. It's 20-18 AIC. The freshman Hillis serving again. Another dominant performance from her tonight. Tipped at the net there by, I believe, Lindstrom.
Just a little misdirection there of a block there for Lindstrom. Unfortunate for her.
Blumgren with the serve. Brandt goes into the kill, but tipped to the net by the defensive front for the Yellow Jackets. Schmutzler with the dig. Free ball for AIC. Tipped to the net there by Maddie Ward.
Oh, good save there. That was number 5, Kelly.
Ward tries to set up Lindstrom. And that's easily tapped over by Hernandez of the Yellow Jackets. Schmutzler caught in the line of fire. Couldn't do a lot about that one.
No, couldn't do a lot about that one. Easy tip over there for Hernandez. And timeout here for Pierce as AIC, once again, momentum shifts back into their favor. And something that I'm noticing is that once Franklin Pierce starts getting a little bit of momentum back into their favor, AIC just turns around and shifts it right back into theirs.
Seems like it's comeback time right now for Franklin Pierce. Trailing 22-18. AIC only 3 points away from going up 2-0. It would be pretty hard to come back from that deficit if you're Franklin Pierce. So right now is the time to tighten up defensively, especially the middle of the court, and attack even more offensively. AIC, got to give them credit. They have been so strong defensively at the net. They have shut down this team. Robles only has 4 kills on the night. Dolan only has 3. Lindstrom only has 2, and Hillis only has 2. So they have shut down these offensive stars for Franklin Pierce.
And I believe this is the most important time of the entire game for both teams so far. And if AIC can pull away with a 2-0 lead here in this game, and it'll be almost impossible for Franklin Pierce to come back. But if Franklin Pierce can come back in this second set here, they got a good chance.
And this stretch we're about to see could potentially decide what happens for the rest of the night. If AIC goes up 2-0, they have a pretty good chance of wrapping things up tonight. But if Franklin Pierce somehow comes back and ties things up, we could be in for a long night.
Could potentially be in for a long night. And AIC is not used to losing many sets, like we stated before. Only 4 in their last 10 games.
Nice diving play there by Robles of Franklin Pierce. Tipped over, and Schmutzler makes a diving play on the ball, but not quick enough as, again, they find a hole.
Another ball flying over to the announcer's table over here, and they really want to get us in this game, don't they? But that's a good point there for AIC to take advantage. Ooh, and a good play there by Brandt. And that looked like an AIC play right there as the little fake out from the middle and hit on the left side by Brandt. And you give her time, she's going to take care of that.
Tessa Brandt has been the offensive star for the Ravens this season. Going to need her to play like she can. But AIC grabbing another point here. They lead 24-19, and we have set point for the second set. And the Ravens are in danger of going down 2-0. Amanda Rodriguez serving for AIC. And a nice play there by Tessa Brandt as she's starting to come alive here for this Ravens team.
And she's the one that will step up for this Ravens team when she's needed. When she's needed. And she'll take care of those points like that and take advantage of every play that she can.
156 kills on the season for Brandt. Gonna need her even more to beat this AIC team. And that'll do it for the first set. A kill from the left side by Sarah Rosa of the Yellow Jackets. And AIC wins the second set by a score of 25-20. And the Ravens are in danger of getting swept here tonight. They lose the first two sets. So now it's up to the third set if they want to keep things going here tonight.
They really do, and they have to win 3 in a row. And AIC did the exact same thing they did in the first set to win that second set with a spike over to the left of Franklin Pierce. Nobody in the area to take care of that play and save it. Going to be really difficult to see if Pierce can try to get back into this game here. And like I've stated many times before, they got to win 3 in a row. And against this AIC team, it's possible, but it's going to be very difficult for them.
And either of us can't help to think this is sort of similar to the Stonehill game. We'll see if the script is flipped. Franklin Pierce won the first 2 sets against Stonehill, but then lost the next 3. We'll see if Franklin Pierce tonight loses the first 2 and wins the next 3, but they have their work cut out for them.
Wouldn't that be something if they flip the script here? And would be fantastic momentum going into the rest of their season. Will put just them slightly above 500, but it's really going to be difficult. They have their work cut out for them. We're going to keep saying it the rest of this game. It's going to be tough against this AIC team. And if they can't stop making those easy mistakes that they shouldn't be making, it's going to be a long night. And so really, you got to have those players like Tessa Brandt, who woke up here in the second set towards the end. You really need her to step up this game. You need all your main players. You need Lindstrom. You need Hillis. You need Robles. Everybody's got to stick to their guns, and they got to play better in this third set. And if they play and stick to their guns, they can end up winning this third set here and forcing a fourth.
And their offense was pretty solid for the most point. In that second set, we saw Robles start to come alive, Brandt a little at the end. They did put up 20 points, but defensively is where they have struggled. And if they want to have a chance at winning this first set, they need to shut down 2 players, in my opinion. That's Blomgren and Hernandez. Blomgren has 10 kills on the night. Hernandez has 8 kills. They have been exceptional for the Yellow Jackets offense.
Absolutely, and there's some of those players that like those easy tip-overs, those easy middle-of-the-court kills, and Franklin Pierce has really got to have that defensive stout up front that we've seen between Dolan and Lindstrom. So we got to see if they can play that in this third set here.
We are about set to get underway here for the third set at the Fieldhouse. The Ravens trailing 2-0. Before we get underway, I'd like to give a shout-out to the men's soccer team here at Franklin Pierce. They defeated New Haven today 2-1 on the road. They have a 14-0 record, and they're number 1 in the nation in Division 2. So we'll see if they can keep that going. AIC with the serve to begin the third set. Eckert Rivera with the serve, and that's tapped over easily by Sarah Rosa, who has been one of the most dominant players on the night for the Yellow Jackets.
And she was not fazed by that play at all. Franklin Pierce tried to make the easy tip over, and she just took care of that easy point for herself.
The Ravens just giving away that first point. And they do it again. Not a great start as they drop the first 2 points.
Not a good start for them. They got to fix their problems here right at the beginning, or it could be a very short third set.
Eckert Rivera serving. Nice diving play there by Hannah Hillis. Robles will send it over. Another great play by Hillis. It'll be a free ball for AIC.
Try to get that easy tip over. Franklin Pierce was not fazed by that one.
Blocked for the net by Robles, but it hits the floor off the deflection.
I think Robles just jumped a tad too high that time and wasn't able to finish off that play there, which could have easily led to a point for Pierce.
Definitely a great block for her. Just takes an unfortunate bounce there for the Ravens. Eckert Rivera still serving for the Yellow Jackets. Robles goes in for the kill from the left side, but hits it into the net. So it'll be an attack error for Mariah Robles. And the Yellow Jackets are off to a very strong start here in the third set, up 4-0.
And Franklin Pierce really has to fix it quick here. It's going to be a fast game, like I said before, for AIC. And you absolutely cannot have mistakes like that for Schmelzler. With up 5-0 now, all momentum is in AIC's favor right now.
Eckert Rivera gets the point off the serve as Schmutzler couldn't handle it. Now a 5-0 lead, but a much-needed break there for the Ravens. That'll be a service error for Eckert Rivera, who's been really solid serving on the night. Tessa Brandt now at the serve. And an easy kill there for Sarah Rosa.
Franklin Pierce has no answers for those fake-out spikes there. Was trying to look towards the middle and then over back towards the right side for AIC, and Franklin Pierce just has had no answers for that.
Sarah Rosa came into this game leading her team in kills with 245. She's added plenty on the night. Tipped around the net. Robles goes in for the kill from the right side, but can't keep it in play. We'll see Maddie Ward sub in for Kennedy Garnard here for the Ravens. Sarah Rosa now serving for the Yellow Jackets. Who's been so great for this team tonight. 8 kills on the night. Hillis trying to get a much-needed kill. But that is going to be hit into the net there by Eckert Rivera.
And Rivera knew she made the mistake there. You can see the look on her face. She knew it was an easy mistake that should not have been made there.
And we've rarely seen those types of mistakes tonight by the Yellow Jackets. Such a sound team. And they're on a 10-game win streak for a reason, as we've seen here tonight. And another easy kill from the Yellow Jackets, this time from Amber Williams. She adds her 4th kill of the night.
I think this might be the biggest lead of the entire night for AIC, leading by 6 kills here. And Franklin Pierce really has got to figure out a way to get back into this third set.
Guillermo Martinez serving for AIC. That's played over by Tessa Brandt. Kept alive there by Brandt. Schmutzler dives for the ball, but inadvertently hits it out of play.
Another fake out there and another point for Amber Williams, the freshman. And timeout here by Pierce. And man, AIC has really been controlling this third set so far.
Franklin Pierce taking a timeout now, down 9-2. It seems like taking a timeout a little earlier would have helped. Now you're down by 7, and it is a steep hill to climb at this point with how AIC is playing.
And again, like I said in the second set, it's going to be almost impossible for Pierce to come back. But again, you never say never, especially with a team like this, like I mentioned before, with the amount of talent that they have. If they can get Brandt going, if they can get Hillis going, and it really could be a shift for Franklin Pierce's favor. We'll have to see how it goes.
The Ravens trying to regroup after the timeout, down by 7. But what stands up for AIC's offense, there's only 2 players with no kills. Only Janae Kelly and Amanda Rodriguez don't have kills on the night. Everyone else has a kill.
I think it just goes to show how much that this team likes to spread the ball around and how much talent that this AIC team has.
Their talent definitely very well distributed among this roster. Guillermo Martinez serving now for AIC. Lindstrom trying to trick that defensive front of the Yellow Jackets. Hillis goes in for the kill from the left side, but just taps it over. Blocked to the net by Hannah Hillis. Brandt dives and makes a play. Lindstrom trying to find the middle. Great rally
back
here.
And forth action by both teams right here, and neither team wants to give up the kill here.
Ravens look like they had the point for a minute there. Lindstrom hits it, but hits it out of play. It seemed like she had an easy kill, but can't quite keep it in bounds.
I just got to say, that was fantastic play by both teams, back and forth there. Great saves, great digs, great spikes, great blocks all around. Fantastic play right there.
One of the best rallies on the night we've seen thus far. But the Ravens have dug themselves a hole, trailing 10-2. Hillis tries to tap it over. Robles goes for the kill, but puts a little too much on it and hits it out of play.
It's a 9-kill lead here for AIC, and almost out of reach here for the Ravens, but never say never. As the fans here for Pierce trying to get under the skin of AIC, but as we've seen all season, and a great kill there for Robles, but as we've seen all season, 7-2 on the road, fans have not fazed them.
They've been road warriors this season. But Franklin Pierce getting a much-needed point as Robles adds her 5th kill of the night. She serves now from the right side. Blocked to the net there by Maddie Ward, and Lindstrom helps out. AIC strikes right back, and it seems like they have not been phased all night.
They have not, and even being down by a little bit early in the in the first set, and then in the middle of the second set, have done nothing but dominate this third set here so far.
They have a 12-3 lead as Janae Kelly serves. Lindstrom finds the middle and gets the kill. And that's sort of what AIC has been doing all night to this Franklin Pierce defense. Lindstrom
taking a page there out of AIC's book, and we'll see if Franklin Pierce can pull some momentum out of this.
Hannah Hillis with the serve. Ward plays it over to Brandt. Ward tries to set up Lindstrom, but a nice tap over there by Blumgren, and the Ravens get the point. Maddie Ward getting a kill for the Ravens, and they now trail by 7. Hillis will serve. And an attack error there from Hernandez, who's been really solid for this Yellow Jackets offense rather. She's 8 kills on the night, but hits the net on that attempt, and the Ravens starting to gain a little momentum here. Hillis serving. Denied at the net there. Lindstrom and Ward combining. Tough play there by Tessa Brandt, as Ward knows she put a little too much on that one. A little bit of miscommunication.
Looked like a little bit of too much force there by Ward, and Brandt not being able to capitalize on that play there.
Brandt unable to put it over the net there. And now we'll have Blomgren serving for the Yellow Jackets. Schmutzler, and that goes off the standard up top.
And that one you can't really help that much because of how high the ceiling is here, but unfortunate there for the Ravens, and that puts AIC back on top with an 8-kill lead and only have 11 more kills to go, and Pierce still has a ways to go.
We've seen a lot of wacky bounces so far in this gym this season. Ravens have usually been on the right side of them, but not there. It goes off the roof again. We've seen that about 4 or 5 times tonight. And Brandt is able to help out on the point. We see Lindstrom sub out for Sierra Dolan. Schmutzler, the libero, will serve for the Ravens as they trail by 7, trying to mount a comeback against the Yellow Jackets. And another point for the Ravens, hit into the net by AIC.
Wouldn't this be something if the Ravens can come back and tie it up and ultimately win this third set here?
Kept alive there by Dolan. Brandt goes for the kill, and she gets it. Tessa Brandt starting to heat up on offense for the Ravens.
Slowly but surely here, the Ravens starting to fight back into this thing. Only down by 5 now.
Brandt with her 4th kill on the night. And that takes an unfortunate bounce for Franklin Pierce.
That went off the bar in the middle of the gym up towards the top, and it's the second time Franklin Pierce has had an unfortunate hit off the roof there, which resulted in a point for AIC.
The libero Rodriguez serves, and a diving effort there by Hannah Hillis is not enough. A beautiful low serve there by the libero Rodriguez.
And that's not a mistake you usually see there by Hillis, as she's been pretty fantastic here tonight with a few saves of her own, but just unfortunate for her.
Rodriguez serving again. Dolan goes to the kill but gets denied. Brandt with a tap over, but a nice one-handed play there by Sarah Rosa. Brandt gets denied. Great play by Schmutzler to get it over. Another great play by Schmutzler, but it just out of the reach of Maddie Ward as it traveled out of bounds.
Once again here, AIC slowly but surely starting to pull away here a little bit in the third, and now Franklin Pierce once again down by 8.
Ward tracks down the ball and sent over there by Brandt. Brandt's going to hit this one just out of play. Now the Ravens trail by 9, and they are in desperate need of a timeout, and their head coach, Stephanie Dragan, realizes that. She calls a timeout, and they trail by 9, and is not looking good at this moment here for Franklin Pierce.
No, it's not, and Franklin Pierce, this is the second time they've been down by 9. The closest they've been is 4. So they really got to see what they can do here, and it's going to be really tough because you only have 7 points left here for the Yellow Jackets, and you never say never in any sport, but man, is it going to be tough for this Ravens team to get back into this one.
It certainly is, and they've shown flashes in this third set, but at the same time, AIC has been solid at the net, and they have been aggressive at the net, and that has definitely helped them grab this 9-point lead. And I mean, we talked about it before, but Sarah Rosa and Blomgren have been excellent for AIC, and Franklin Pierce has not had an answer. They both have 11 kills each on the night, and some of these kills have been incredibly easy for them, for this Yellow Jackets team. So it'll be an 18-9 lead here for AIC. Rodriguez continuing with the serve. Little miscommunication as Dolan was able to get to it. Brandt Sends it back over. And stuffed at the net by Sierra Dolan. She makes a beautiful block. Maddie Ward now serving for Franklin Pierce. That ball's going to be in play, and yet again, another great kill from Sarah Rosa.
And that's a crushing point if you're the Ravens there, because you ultimately think that goes flying out of bounds, but I believe it just caught the inside corner before it went out of bounds there.
She puts a lot of speed and spin on that ball. That helps it catch the line in bounds. Eckert Rivera with the serve. Robles fires it back over. And that ball is in play. The Ravens can't track it down. And now trail by 10. It's 20-10. And AIC just seems to be running away with it yet again this third set.
Yeah, 5 kills here left to win for them. And Franklin Pierce really, this is the most desperation point you have in this game.
Eckert Rivera serving again. And a huge point there for the Ravens as Tessa Brandt will score off the deflection at the net. Brandt now with the serve. And that ball's going to be just out of bounds. AIC can't catch the line. Ravens trailing by 8, and Tessa Brandt again serving. And yet another kill for Sarah Rosa. She has been phenomenal on the night for the Yellow Jackets, and the Ravens have not had an answer for her tonight.
Really haven't, and that's really what's led them to have struggles in this game.
Sarah Rosa will have the serve now as they have the 9-point lead. Hillis goes in for the kill. And it seemed like she touched the net on the attempt. And AIC grabs the point, leading by 10, 22-12. And they're closing in on a victory overall here.
Yeah, it might be a 3-0 sweep here for AIC against the Ravens, and Ravens got to see if they can try to keep it competitive here in this third set if they ultimately end up losing it.
The Ravens now in desperation time to keep this game alive. Gonna need some magic here, and Mariah Robles steps up and gets the kill. She's been one of the lone bright spots on the night for this team. She gets another kill to her point total. Schultz with the serve for the Ravens. And that ball was hit at a rapid pace as Schultz watched it travel past her. She subs out now for Sierra Dolan. And AIC is just 2 points shy of a clean 3-0 sweep here at the Fieldhouse. Guillermo Martinez serving for AIC. Tessa Brandt trying to catch the line but can't quite do it. And we have match point here as the Yellow Jackets lead 24-13. And this is going to be it here for Franklin Pierce if they can't mount a magical comeback right now.
Absolutely. If they don't get this magical comeback, it will ultimately be the end, and AIC will take the victory. And just as it is right there, AIC will take the swept victory here against Franklin Pierce in the Fieldhouse.
And that'll do it for Franklin Pierce. The losing streak will continue. They have dropped their last 4 matches, starting to have a bit of a falling out on the season. Not the right time to do it, as conference play is heating up right now, and they're starting to fall behind and desperate for wins.
It's really tough because now Franklin Pierce drops to 2-4 in conference and 8-9 overall, and AIC will move to 5-2 and 18-6 on the season. And if you're Franklin Pierce, you know, you really got to go back and look and figure out what went wrong and try to figure it out for the rest of the season. You only got a few games left here this year, and got to see if you can try to stay above 500.
And they do run into a hot player tonight. Sarah Rosa was exceptional. She has 14 kills on the night. Blomgren has 12, and Hernandez has 8. So those were your stars of the game for AIC. For Franklin Pierce, some bright spots. Mariah Robles has 6 kills, and Tessa Brandt with 5 kills. But at the end of the night, the Ravens drop this game 3-0 at the hands of the AIC Yellow Jackets. On behalf of the Marlins,